Okay, I left off at the tibia. So with the tibia, this is known as a shin bone. It also bears a lot of weight of the body. It also approximately articulates with the femur and the fibula. So with the tibia, I'm looking at it anteriorly. And the first thing you have here is you have your lateral tibial condyle. So here. Then you have your medial tibial condyle here. You got this is the head of the fibula here. You got your superior tibiofibular joint in here. Well, it's harder to see, but if I turn it around, if I come back over here, so we have our tibial tuberosity right in the center. You have your anterior margin, then you have your tibia here, then you have your medial malleolus here, so this little groove here, and if I go to the fibula, you have your fibula head. So your fibula head is here. And with your fibula, so this is your lateral malleolus here, this bone. So if I turn around superiorly, here it is here. So that's pretty much it for your tibia and your fibula. Now we're going to go to the tarsus. So the tarsal bones make up the tarsus of the ankle, and the talus articulates with the tibia and the fibula. So your talus is here. Your talus is this bigger bone here. This is your talus. Your calcaneus, which is your heel bone. Then you have, starting off with your medial cuneiform, you have your navicular, you have your lateral cuneiform, you have your intermediate cuneiform here, then you have your proximal phalanxes, so you have your distal, middle, and then proximal. So these are your metatarsals in here, 1 through 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then of course your phalanges. So that's pretty much it, or your hallux too is your big toe. So that's pretty much it for your tarsus. And now we're going to go back up to the forearm. So let me get the forearm. So we're going to bring this back up here. And with the forearm, so this being your forearm here. So with your forearm, yeah, that is your ulna and your radius, and this is the posterior view. So with the posterior view, this is your radius and this is your ulna. So right here you have your olecranon, which is your elbow. Then you have, this is your ulna here. You have your radial head, which is here. Then if I turn it around anteriorly, so you can see the different views, you have your trochlea notch in here, you have your radial notch, you have your coronoid process here, you have your radial head here, and you have your radial tuberosity here, and distally, so if we look at it distally, you have your ulnar head, You have your distal radio-ulnar joint. And then you have your styloid process here. So your styloid process of your radius. So that's pretty much it for the forearm. Now we're going to go to the carpus. So the carpus is the hand here. And I got a really tiny hand on my skeletal system, so we're going to try our best to see everything on here. So with our carpus, we have our proximal row from lateral to medial, and so we start off with the scaphoid. So with our scaphoid here, it's this one here, and then we go to our, and these are really hard to see here, our lunate. So our lunate is here, and then after our lunate we go with our triquetrum, and our triquetrum, or our triquetral, is here. And then we have our pisiform, which is here. And then we have from lateral to medial the bones in here, which is our trapezium, our trapezoid, our capitate, and then our hamate. So our hamate is this in here. And then, let's see, we have the wrist joint is the complex joint formed between the distal ends of the radius and the ulna. So, and then we have our metacarpals. So our metacarpals are going to be in here. And then, of course, we have our phalanges, which are here. So that's pretty much it for the carpus.